Hi everyone, welcome to famous artist Gustav Klimt. We're going to be making this wonderful art project today, inspired by Gustav Klimt's Tree of Life. Let's look at his art. Gustav Klimt was an Austrian symbolist painter. A symbolist painter is someone who paints symbols that represent other things. In real life, you can imagine that a musical note represents a note that's played on any instrument. What he does is he puts things in his paintings that mean something special to him. Look carefully at this painting. See how the scrolls of the branches of the trees are making a pattern on the background, each carefully filling in the space. We will use this inspiration to make our own tree of life, adding the symbols of things in our life that have meaning to us. Are you ready? Let's make art. To begin with, we need to make the trunk of the tree. So we will start at the bottom and we'll be drawing two lines about 1/3 of the way up to the middle. Here is the middle. Here is the point about where we're going to end. So let's draw one tree trunk on this side, all the way to the bottom, another one on the other side, all the way to the bottom. So let's continue about up to almost the top, and the same thing on the other side, right about there. Let's make our first curly branch, curving inward in this direction. Out, in. Let's do the other side. It can be a little lower, a little wider, a little different, and in. To make these thicker, we need to start in the center. So here is your guideline between this and this side above the edges. One of the ways you can do it is to go this way to the center and match that side and point. You can even curl around a little bit more if you want to. Another way to do it is the opposite way, where you start in the center and wind your way around to the outside, back to the middle. Now we need to fill in the branches, because if we saw in our example, the branches fill up almost the entire thing. So first we'll add some more on this side. You can curl them each way you want, inside, outside. It's good to do a variety so that they aren't too much in the same direction. You can even piggyback some on top of the others. Whee! I got a ride on top of you. You just need another one right here and back. If you are having trouble with this, just slow down or make the branches as curved as you can without making them completely curly. Let's try some on the other side. How about something different over here? Very few trees are actually symmetrical. It's interesting that a tree of life would have so many beautiful branches. It could be the branches of your family. It could be the branches of all of your experiences with your friends, the movies you've seen, the food you've eaten. So many branches in the tree of life. And we could make them as curvy or as straight as we want. What you're doing now is you're just continuing to fill the empty spaces up with curved lines. They can be as curvy as you want. And like I said, if they're not curvy enough, can you add a little bit more? Yes, you can. Do they have to be thick? Wouldn't be a bad idea to make most of them thick. Looks a little empty down here. How about we make some more branches on the bottom? Let's try one here. Almost looks like an arm, like this is the head and these are the arms. Makes it fun to decide where these go and where they don't, which way they curve like waves in the ocean. And you can think about all of the different things they represent. Maybe there's another one over here. Oops, I'm going to piggyback you. Whee! There we go. And here's a little extra piggyback right there. Wow, it's really starting to fill up. I think we need some branches for the birds now. So how about we make branches in the middle? I'm going to make a nice wide branch to put a bird on right there. And another one to the other side. I'm going to make it a little bit higher so they're not exactly alike. And I can add some more curls if I want to make it nice and beautiful. Ooh, maybe I'll add one right there. I like that one a lot. And one more. You might not be done with yours yet, and that's okay if you want to put more things on it. You could pause the video right now if you're going to add more. I'm going to put a bird on this branch right here. I'm going to make a simple owl. However, you could make any kind of bird that you wish. I'm just going to make a very simple owl. And of course, we have to have the talons holding on. And this is a big owl. There we go. Sleepy owl. With some chest feathers. There are his feathers holding in for the night. You can also make a hawk. This is a lot like the bird that was on the tree in Mr. Klimt's Tree of Life. And this bird has its back to you, and you can color it in darkly. And its tail feathers are very long. That's why it's good to draw with a Sharpie, because it can go over other lines. And there is your hawk, if you want to hawk. And now it's time to put designs on. But before we do that, let's make a line at the bottom. Straight across, skip over to the other side. And now it's time to make designs. And now it's finished. You can see that I used my favorite colors. I like the cool colors, green, purple, and blue. The hawk represents my husband, who I love very much and is very strong. The owl represents my son, who's grown up now and is very wise. The butterfly represents me, because when I do art, I feel free. And the rainbow in the middle represents how much I love art and how much it is a part of my life. You can see I also added clocks and flowers, hearts, and a beautiful garden below where my tree of life grows. I hope your tree of life has as many symbols of the things that you love that mine does. And I hope you enjoyed making your own Gustav Klimt tree of life.